Hi movie lovers, Dream Recaps here. Today, I am going to illustrate a comedy horror film called Mom and Dad. Spoiler alert, get your popcorn ready, relax, and enjoy. A four-person family lives in a suburban American town. Brent and Kendall adore their children but despise how their lives have changed since they arrived. Josh, their youngest son, is 7 years old, and Carly, their eldest, is now an adolescent. Carly is on the phone with her boyfriend Demon at the start of the film. Carly's parents don't like the guy, but she doesn't care. She and Damon intend to meet later in the evening, after Damon completes his final exam at school. Sunyi, their housekeeper, listens to the news at breakfast about a mother who abandons her baby in a car accident. Sunyi has brought Lisa to work with her, and they intend to leave after cleaning the house. Brent's parents are planning to join the family for dinner. Carly wants to cancel the dinner so she can go out with Damon, which ignites a dispute between her and Kendall. Carly, without her mother knowing, has stolen $100 from her purse in order to spend time with her best friend Riley. Kendall drives her to school, and they have yet another fight on the way. Before getting out of the car, Carly tells Kendall that her life is boring. Josh returns home and playfully hits Brent with his toy object. Brent looks at his son with an angry look and laughs. However, before leaving, we see him kick Josh's toy car. Sunyi, the housekeeper, is smashing some chicken, while Lisa, her daughter, watches Josh play in the background. Josh unexpectedly turns around to see Sunyi hitting her daughter with the mallet. Kendall, on the other hand, is out with her friend and Riley's mother, Jean. They speak about Kendall's pregnant sister, Jenna. Kendall notices that her money is missing as she goes through her purse. Jean claims that her daughter is always stealing from her, implying that Carly did the same. Carly is in her classroom when the teacher receives a phone call requesting that he bring a student to the principal's office. Soon after, he begins to receive numerous calls, and the school is surrounded by cop cars. Carly and her best friend Riley go to the restroom, where Riley complains about her mother being a jerk. They leave the school in complete chaos after purchasing edible pills from a girl. The students are all running around, and the teachers are nowhere to be found. When they join the crowd, they notice a classmate's mother attempting to cross the school's fence. A large crowd of parents has gathered outside the school, wanting to enter the campus, but the police and security are preventing them. Unsure what to do, one of the children runs to his mother, who brutally stabs him with her car keys. As more parents starts to brutally beat their children, the crowd breaks out. Some even kill them in public. Carly and Riley are able to escape the crowd and enter Riley's car. They drive to Riley's house, confused by what is going on. Damon, Carly's boyfriend, is in the examination hall. The test is still an hour away, but the students' parents have gathered outside to await them. The invigilator finds it strange but dismisses it. Damon finishes before everyone else and exits the hall. Behind him, parents rush inside to meet their children. Damon calls Carly to let her know that the test went well. When he gets home, he finds his father drunk on the couch. Damon starts cleaning up the mess in the kitchen, not thinking much of it, when his father slaps him out of nowhere. Damon disregards it at first because he is drunk, but things heat up when his father attacks him with a broken glass bottle. During the struggle, his father falls to the ground and by accident stabs his throat, killing him. Kendall is in her car at the same time, talking about a failed meeting with an ex-employer. The man informs her that she has 2 children and has been out of work for over 15 years, so she will not be admitted. Kendall begins to have a mental breakdown as she realizes what her life has become. As she tears up, she receives a call informing her that Jenna has given birth. Kendall rushes to the hospital, where she sees a crowd watching the news about parents murdering their children. Her sister disrupts her listening before she can respond. Jenna brings a healthy baby girl. She holds her baby in her arms, but the beautiful moment is ruined when she begins strangling the baby and is restrained. She even tries to harm her daughter with a pair of scissors, but Kendall snatches the baby from her arms and drags her outside. She cries hysterically and asks the nurse what is wrong. The nurse takes the baby to a safe location, claiming that all of the parents have gone insane. Outside the newborn's room, fathers prepare to attack their little ones. Carly and Riley arrive at Riley's house. While Riley goes upstairs, Carly watches the news. The news reports on a mysterious virus that has spread across America and causes parents to want to kill their children. Carly begins to panic and goes upstairs to look for her friend. To her horror, she discovers Riley being strangled to death by her mother. She escapes the house in terror, only to be met by a man holding a bloodied baseball bat. Damon discovers her in the streets and advises her to stay away from her parents. The couple then goes to Carly's house in search of Josh. Meanwhile, Brent is sleeping in his office. He wakes up and requests his assistant not to answer calls from anyone. Then, he looks at an image of his kids and yells, demonstrating that he has also been infected by the virus. Damon and Carly arrive home to find the housekeeper, Soon-Yi, still present. They carefully walk inside and question about Josh. The woman responds calmly that he is in his room. When the couple sees Soon-Yi's blood-splattered mop, they realize something terrible has happened. Carly dashes to her brother's side, while Damon maintains an eye on the domestic worker. Carly discovers a terrified Josh crying under his bed. He claims Soon-Yi did something terrible to her daughter, but does not elaborate. Soon-Yi drives away after cleaning up the mess, but an infected Brent follows him. He walks into the house and notices Damon in the kitchen. Josh hears him and comes out from under the bed as he orders him to leave his house. Carly tells him to rush out, but Josh insists on getting his backpack first. Brent is about to attack Damon when Josh calls his name and redirects his attention. Brent loses control after spotting his child and attacks them. Damon attempts to help them, but Brent knocks him out with a single punch to the throat. Following that, he trips on Josh's toy car, allowing Carly and Josh to run down to the basement and lock themselves in. They rush down the stairs and discover that the basement has been completely destroyed. Brent had brought a pool table and established it in the basement 3 weeks before the incident to turn it into a man cave. He's happy with his job until Kendall notices the purchase and asks how much it cost. Brent begins to yell at her, claiming that he deserves to spoil himself because he works hard. As the two begin to fight, he pulls out a hammer and maniacally destroys everything he has just built. He says he wishes he could be his younger, worry-free self again, but knows that is not possible. Kendall consents, claiming that she gave up her dreams and aspirations for the sake of her family, and that, while she loves everyone, she misses her old self. Back in the present, Kendall drives back home, hoping that her children are safe. She is listening to the radio when the host warns parents to keep away from their children because one never knows when they will become infected. Kendall quickly comes to a halt, but it is too late because she is already infected and has arrived at her destination. She walks into the house and joins Brent. They bang on the basement door and call upon their kids. Kendall pulls out an electric saw and attempts to cut open the door. Brent goes into the other room to get his weapon, but the gun case is empty. Little Josh shoots his mom through the door, striking her in the shoulder. Josh had stolen Brent's gun and kept it in his backpack for quite some time. Kendall forces her husband to splatter alcohol on her wound. Inside the basement, the children hear their mother scream and cry in agony. Kendall and Brent are now afraid of being shot if they enter the basement forcefully. Brent comes up with another solution and connects the natural gas pipe to the basement. They intend to gas the children in this manner until they pass out to attack them afterwards. Kendall uses tape to seal the holes she just made in the door so the gas doesn't leak out. Carly realizes this and reaches out to investigate, only to be attacked again by her mother. Carly understands what her parents are up to as the gas begins to fill the basement. Kendall and Brent wait patiently for their children to give up for a long time. Carly develops a plan when they start coughing due to the gas. She comes across a matchbox and carefully tears off the strip. She then fastens it to the bottom of the door with matchsticks. As a result, when the door opens, the matches will catch fire, resulting in an explosion. Then she and Josh climb their way out of the basement through a vent. When the parents notice that their children have gone silent, they drill a hole in the door and search for them. They then open the door, causing an explosion. Brent is severely damaged, but Kendall survives and locates the children in the hallways. Damon, who happens to be alive, saves them as she attempts to kill them. Kendall is restrained and locked inside the closet by him and Carly, but she manages to pierce Damon's cheeks with a hanger and escape. Kendall strikes him with a mallet and pushes him off the railing as the struggle continues. Following that, Brent becomes conscious. He and Kendall get closer to their children with the intention of murdering them. But before they are able to, the doorbell rings, signaling the arrival of Brent's parents. He opens the door for them but is attacked right away. A chase ensues in the house, with Brent being pursued by his father, while Josh is pursued by him. Brent and his father eventually end up wrestling inside a car. Kendall returns to the kitchen and tries to persuade Brent's mother not to kill him. When she refuses, she smacks the old lady with the mallet. She then approaches Carly and seeks her outside. The grandmother follows them as well. Brent's car suddenly collides with the grandmother, executing her. Because of the impact, the grandfather is thrown outside and killed instantly. Brent, on the other hand, passes out as a result of the collision. While the others are watching, Damon, who is still alive, knocks Kendall out. The parents are tied in the basement while the children keep an eye on them in the following scene. They try to appear normal so that the kids will let them go, but the trick fails. Josh expresses his love for his parents. The film concludes with Brent saying that he loves him, but that sometimes he just wants to kill them. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thanks for watching.